Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 202. Woohoo! 202.
Yay.
How we doing, everybody? How you doing, Wonder?
I'm annoyed.
Wonder just got bounced from fantasy playoffs because Brock Purdy is the definition of a trash-ass little hoe.
Yep.
I think it's fucking hilarious, but that's because I'd never be in the position where Brock Purdy was on my team.
Yeah. Well, it just happened to work out that their defensive player for Baltimore, what the hell is his
Kyle
name?
Hamilton had a fucking
Hamilton.
day.
Had himself a day, and then also Brandon Ayuk somehow still has a good day, even though Brock Purdy had a shit-ass day.
Yeah, because every completion was to him.
Yeah, because every completion was to him, and every time he catches the ball, he somehow squirms free for another 30 yards.
Yeah. So this week is fucking sucked, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I've heard. It's been a worse week for you than it has for me, that's true.
Yeah, so I guess Merry Christmas. We're recording this on Christmas Day. It'll be not Christmas by the time you hear it, but hey, fuck you. Merry Christmas. Go fuck yourself.
Hope your family has a nice Christmas.
Fuck you. Hope your family has a nice Christmas. But we yeah. So on God, what day was that? Friday? I want to say. No, Saturday. I was recording a cooking video, which I'm so sad that I have to like voice this over and make it a real video. The tacos turned out awful.
Really?
Yeah, they were really bad. Which sucks, because that was like 8 hours of work, and it's just bad food. I hate that. That's a horrible feeling. But
That's rough.
so I was making tacos, and I heard this really loud like pop happen, right? And so we're like looking around the house, like, what the fuck was that? Walk into my room and my computer's off. I definitely didn't turn it off. It was definitely just sitting there idling. Now, okay, that's weird. Clicked the power button, fucking nothing. You know, messed with stuff, flipped the power supply on and off, pressed the power button. Nothing. It's like, oh, fuck. Okay. So now you got to go through all the troubleshooting steps. And I'm all sitting there. I'm like, okay, I have an extra GPU. I can see if that fried. I'm like, no, it's a power supply issue. I need to plug that in. The one from my old computer won't power this. Both like total wattage wise and also like I don't have the correct cables because all this is like too new, so I don't have a 12 volt power connector for the GPU. It's all bad. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna order a power supply. The only Best Buy is like 3 hours away. Either way you go, because there's two spots. You can stay in Wyoming or you can go to a different state. And I was like,
he tried to get me to go with him.
I did.
I'm glad I didn't, because he didn't get back to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, so the reason I decided to go to the one in the different state was not because it was like closer. They're the same distance, give or take. I went to that one because K-Smack, streamer-y friend, was in the he lives in that town. So I was like, oh, I'll go pick up this thing, hang out with Smack for a little bit on like the day before Christmas Eve, and then whatever, right? So I do go hang out with him. Had to have him go pick up the power supply because I wasn't going to make it to that town on time. So he does. He picks it up for me. I go hang out with him. And yeah, I'm there till like 4 a.m, hanging out with him, his girlfriend, all of his roommates. Ryan, who I met at TwitchCon 2 years ago. He's great. Hadn't seen him since TwitchCon though, so like that was cool. So yeah, ended up hanging out until like 1:30. Drive home. The roads were so shitty. It's a 2.5 hour drive there, like 2.5-ish hours back. It realistically turned into like 4 there, 4 back. Roads are bad. The way there, I couldn't fucking see. Like it was like a full on blizzard. And like it wasn't even snowing that bad. It's just it was windy enough that it everywhere, dude.
We never get any weather around here unless it's 80-mile-an-hour.
Yeah, we
wind
can't
with
have like the cool snowstorm, right? Where it's just big ass flakes just like gently falling.
nice and fluffy, and
Yeah,
not
and you can
not
like
the wind.
sit out there. Like, yeah, it's like 30 degrees, but you can get yourself in a coat and with a hot chocolate and a cigarette and watch fucking snow fall. No, that doesn't happen here.
No.
Which is so unfortunate. That's probably why I hate the snow so much. Maybe if I lived in a place with cool snow, it'd be okay. And then by the time it hits the ground and like the day's over and you go mess with it, it's so powdery that you can't even make a snowball or a snowman or nothing cool. No fucking igloos. I want to make an igloo. Let me make an igloo. So I do that. I come home. And I just go to bed that night. I'm like, I was going to fix it. I'm just going to go to bed. Fuck this. Wake up in the morning. The power supply bot doesn't come with a 12-volt DPS connector, even though it says it does. It's like, okay, sick. So I start looking around. Turns out I had an adapter somewhere. It's like, okay, cool. Fuck it. We're just going to throw this in and see if it works, because if computer powers on, we can get Seasonic to replace the brand new power supply that I had, because it's like 2 months old. This computer's brand new. Like, I reused some SSDs, which like never die. So like, whatever. It's like, so nothing, it shouldn't have failed. I don't know why it failed. I'll probably never know. It's like either I got really unlucky, which you know me is definitely possible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tech shit and me being unlucky with it. My last computer, both CPU and GPU, underperformed what the spec was supposed to be. I like lost the silicon lottery so bad. This computer just performs at spec, and I'm like blown away with what that actually means. Fucking last night we're playing Baldur's Gate, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, my GPU fans aren't on. What's going on? It's running ultra settings in Baldur's Gate with fucking ray tracing. It's using 28% of my GPU power. It's at like 40 degrees, just sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening?
I was going to say, I was using like 40.
Yeah, it's like my computer's fucking not trying at all. I mean, so, yeah. So, get it all put together. I can't put my side panel on with this power supply because the way that the 12-pin adapter works, which I don't want to keep anyways, because 12-pin adapters were causing fires because the plug's not built well and a bunch of issues. So this adapter, the way it sticks out of the GPU, you've seen my computer, there is no room between side panel and GPU. None. Well, this connector, it's like solid plastic to stop it from having the problem where it's like disconnecting and causing fires. This piece of plastic sticks out this far, so I can't put the side panel on. So it's just sitting there open. I could just stick my hand in a fan right now. It's like, dude, fuck, this is how bad things happen. But it's working for now. I'm dealing with Seasonic's warranty stuff. Hopefully they'll give me a new one of that power supply. Seasonic is such a good brand. They have a 10-year warranty on this GPU, and mine died in 2 months. Do you know how unlucky you got to be to have the best GPU brand in the world die in 2 months?
Well, at least it's that one and not like a shitty. It's not like a shitty brand where you have to actually buy it.
I would never. You can't skimp on a power supply. You just can't. It's too vital. Dude, this one exploded. Not another component in my computer is hurt. Like, that alone is like, oh, God. Because that's what I was worried about, is I'd go buy a new power supply and it wouldn't boot. And it's like, oh, my God.
I have a heart attack every time we have a power outage.
Yeah, well, I don't because of my battery. So the power goes out and I'm just sitting here with my computer on and all the lights off like, oh, now my Wi-Fi stays on, dude. I can just stay streaming if we have a power outage. It's like, it'll be up in a minute. And if it's not, I can just slowly power everything down and be like, sick. Oh, yeah, hush up, dog. But, yeah. So how was your Christmas?
It was pretty good, pretty chill. wish the weather wasn't complete shit, but
Dude, it's so fucking cold.
it's just cold, and I'm not looking forward to going to see my girlfriend at her town because it's been like 18 inches of snow between here and there.
Nice.
So that's gonna be fun
And
to
it's gonna
drive
snow even more before then?
in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll probably be driving in the snow, which is like an 8.
There's a decent chance you don't end up going.
Oh, I'm gonna go. It's just gonna turn a 7.5 hour drive into a 12-hour drive.
There's a decent chance you don't end up going. Roads will be closed by then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. Why couldn't it have been a cool, like, Christmas time instead of this shit? Having all of this happen right now is just the worst.
Right. I'd rather have shit weather when I'm working and have actual snow, so we'll have a snow day or something.
Oh yeah, I never got a message from Smack today. He was supposed to be in town. Either he didn't show up or he forgot about me. Either way.
I'd forget about you.
You would never. I'm on your mind constantly. I live rent-free in your head.
You do, because you piss me off so much.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully our darts are here by tomorrow. Are we going darting Wednesday, right? Because Tuesday, are you going to have fire meeting? Tuesday's tomorrow, but...
Tomorrow I have fire training, yeah. Which I forgot about until like 2 hours ago. So, because I was thinking, we'll wait till tomorrow to do the podcast since it's already 10 o'clock or getting late,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I have fire training tomorrow.
So, yeah, family was here till like 9. I was told they'd be leaving early. And my sister and her kids stayed over last night, were considering staying over tonight, and then got sick. They had been sick previously, so this could get fun. Hopefully I don't get sick.
My mother is sickly right now. She has zero voice. She can't even talk. And just achy. She can barely move.
Great.
So I'm like, well, great. That means I'm going to get sick right before I go to see my girlfriend.
Yep. Yeah. I bought a D-brand skin for my phone. It's pretty. I don't know. I don't know what this episode is. So,
I don't know. It's scuffed as usual.
Yeah, what did you end up with for Christmas?
So I got those right on like lights.
Yeah.
So those are kind of cool. I got my own. You can form them in any shape you kind of want, and I made them look like a goalpost. So I have my own goalpost, and they're sound sensitive. So like if you play music and stuff, it reacts to the music. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
I got some towels.
You got towels.
Yep. I got a cup.
My dog did. Jesus. I also got a cup.
And I got my tags on my vehicle paid for.
Nice.
Which was kind of nice because that's like $230.
Yeah.
And then I got $250 in cash. So
nice.
You can never go wrong with money with me. So
with anybody, I think money is always the better choice because the odds of you buying me something that makes sense is slim.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, because
most things I want, I just buy.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to get, the kids and well, my brother's kids and, all of their family. I didn't know what to get them. So I just bought a barrel of popcorn and then went online and I bought them $100 gift card to the
local theater. The really local one or like the good one that's a little farther away?
The good one that's a little farther away. Yeah. So they were all pretty excited about that.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, I mean, if you play your cards right, and, I would just use the gift card for the movie tickets and then buy your own snacks or vice versa,
Yeah. Dude, my dog's going to piss me off.
The wind is probably pissing him off.
No, he's been abandoned.
Oh.
He can't be in here because we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Mom went to take a bath. Kevin had to go help Heather take stuff home, and her dog, who had been stuck in the garage for the past couple of days. Not couple of days, but like last night and then today.
Yeah.
Because they came and stayed here. They couldn't leave their dog home. But we can't have it in the house because her and Dino would either fight or get along really well, and either one of those is a problem.
Right? Yeah. Because
Yeah.
then they start playing and then they tear shit up.
Or there's puppies, or they die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dean! Enough, dude!
But I'm alone.
Right? Like, dude, you can hear me talking. Just lay by the door.
Well, it makes you feel better. I can't hear him. Like,
Yeah, but I
every
know
once
they
in a blue
can.
moon.
Because Discord has sound suppression that Streamlabs, or not Streamlabs, but OBS doesn't.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm really happy. I got that little charger thing. I got a new set of AirPods, which is so good. Especially, dude, you know how bad mine were. I couldn't even use them on the fucking plane. They died on our flight to Vegas, which was less than 2 hours. Like,
Yeah.
I needed new AirPods because I still had first gen AirPods from the year they came out, which I think was 2018, maybe. So like 5-year-old headphones. And I'm sorry, the batteries inside the little guys die eventually.
Mm-hmm.
These ones are like better. They have active noise cancellation or a transparency mode. So I can really, I'm going to test it on Wednesday. I'm going to take them with us when we go play darts. But I think for our actual darts games, I can wear these in transparency mode. Just have both in the whole time. Listen to music, but still be able to hear people. Like I said, gonna test that Wednesday when it's just the 4 of us. That nobody will get mad at me if I'm ignoring them, because fuck all of you. No.
Well, I might throw a dart at you if you ignore me, but
You'd do that anyways.
yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
And I'd ignore you without the headphones anyways.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
You see how this guy is? You see how he is?
Hopefully we get our darts, at least some darts by then.
Yeah, we're supposed to, aren't we?
I want more darts. I hope mine should be here tomorrow. Hope, dude, tomorrow might be second Christmas. For me anyways. Golly. Though I think some of this stuff's getting like wrapped up for my birthday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like monitor. Just monitor and darts would be sick, but no, because I guess I bought a bunch of this shit, so.
I can already tell my family likes my girlfriend more than me.
What's that?
She got like a bunch more presents than I did. I got to take them down to
But
her.
is she easier to buy for than you are? Because you have money and buy stuff for yourself?
I mean, I guess maybe. I mean, I got ammunition too.
But like, you know me, it's like, what are you gonna do? I will accept them every day, but did I really need more cups? I love this cup, but did I need another one? No.
No. Yeah, I know she. I don't even know what what my brother's kids got for her, and I don't know. I know they got some kind of jewelry.
Nice.
And they got some beauty products, and my mom got her a crock pot. I'm pretty sure, because she was talking about using her crock pot when she was making homemade apple cider, and it wasn't working properly, and she was having issues with it. So my mom took that as hey, I can get that for Christmas. And yeah, and I got her. They're like, have you ever seen those like acupuncture pads and pillows? They're like it's like a pad that you can lay down that span like on your bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it also got like a half pillow thing where you put your neck, and you're supposed to lay on it, and it's like, I mean, and I was thinking that it was just like, pressure point stuff, and this shit's like sharp, like it's like, those track track spikes or whatever. That's what they feel like.
Well, it's
like the plastic
acupuncture.
trucks, like it literally, like it's not supposed to puncture your skin, but they're pointy as. I mean, they're very pointy. And I'm like, I don't know how I could lay on that and think that feels good, but
Everything feels good.
I don't know. I don't know. She's like, oh, I'm gonna have to get you one. I'm like, well, I'll try yours out first, and we'll see.
Valid.
At least it was only like $30 for the.
Who all am
whole
I
thing.
mad at this week? Right. Those bastards. The Vikings, Colts, Jaguars, Broncos, and Chiefs all failed me this week.
Mm-hmm.
I was making such good progress towards a perfect board.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the Vikings, So I was having the issue of not being able to get the new power supply to work while I was watching Nick Mullins play quarterback for my team. I was about to commit atrocities. It was getting bad. Oh. I was like, I'm gonna start burning cities, man. Fuck this shit.
He's about ready to turn into a Targaryen.
Oh, yeah. Start screaming Dracarys while I light the city on fire.
Burn. They must burn. Burn them all.
Yes. Dude. And oh my God, the officials. Did you see the official tackle Lamar Jackson and have that result in a safety that, 5 points because an official tackled Lamar?
I did not see that. I didn't get to see the first half. I watched the second half of the game.
Oh, it was like the first drive or the second drive.
Yeah, because I should have won this week on my fantasy, and then I looked and I was like, well, shit, he's only like 4 points behind me. And then Brock Purdy got hurt, and then all of the other team's players were the only people making plays on the ball. So
Yeah.
losing by
Brock Purdy's
1 point.
really bad at football, and I love that I never wavered from that. All the people, he might be good. No, he's Brock fucking Purdy. He's Nick Mullins, dude. Except a little less dumb. Or a little less Josh Allen, I guess, where it's just, I want to be a hero. Josh Allen has the talent to be a hero. See,
Right.
I think Nick Mullins heard the Vikings fans in the offseason mad at Kirk for the check down late in the game in the playoffs. Because he hucked up a prayer to Justin Jefferson where he put his full body weight into it, but it was a duck that was underthrown on like a 30-yard pass, and that really bugs me. When Brandon Powell was wide open, a yard from the first down, but without a defender near him for 20. It's like, just take the check down. We had a minute and 2 timeouts. We're chilling. You didn't need the end zone.
Yeah,
But
right.
the Vikings 2023 season ends with us saying you shouldn't have taken the prayer to Jefferson and you should have taken the check down. When the 2022 season ended with you shouldn't have taken the check down, you should have taken the prayer to Jefferson.
Right. But that's different though, because the check down was like covered.
Yeah, this time it was wide open. And I still can't be that mad at Kirk. He had to get the ball out. Like, I said this at the time, and you were there, I did. It's like, you had to get the ball out because Dexter Lawrence murdered Garrett Bradbury. Seems like that dude gets beat a lot, but whatever. So Garrett Bradbury gets blown by, Kirk has to make a play, and like, yeah, Hawk was covered. TJ Hawkinson should drag a 120-pound corner for the 8 yards for the first down. I don't care. Like, yeah, could there have maybe been a better play? Sure. Should Hawk have just fucking muscled up and dragged him? Yes. That's why you get paid the big TJ Hawkinson probably tore his ACL too. Because Kirby Joseph's a fuck that I hope never sees another field again. He should be put in prison. The helmet to helmet on Justin Jefferson where Kirby Joseph stood up and then fell back down. I definitely, after watching him hit JJ in the head, didn't start yelling, stay down. Like, I hope you don't get up. I definitely wasn't that evil. But also, I'm sick of watching people target Justin Jefferson like that. We got one good thing in Minnesota. Stop trying to take that away from us.
Yeah, that reminds me in high school.
You were the one throwing your head into people. What are you talking about? As the offensive player,
That is
you just
not true.
headbutted other
Oh,
people.
well, on offense, I just ran through people.
He was
And
trying to get a concussion?
yeah, well, they just got in my way sometimes. But a lot of times I stiff armed more than anything else. That was, you know. But if I needed to get in the end zone, I'm gonna go through you. um, but I mean, by getting what I meant by that reminds me of high school is I was viewed as the threat on my offense, and so I would literally the 1 or 2 times we had a pass play a night, I'd throw it away and be standing there like this and just get creamed because their coach told him, "I don't care if he's got the football or not, you're going to hit him every play." Because terrible coach.
Yeah.
And never got roughing the passer or anything. They just, because we are such a run heavy offense, they would just, well, we thought he was running, we thought it was a fake, or we thought, the referees half the time didn't know where the damn football was either, so they're focused on trying to find the football, not seeing the quarterback who's standing there doing nothing get murdered for no reason.
Yeah.
That's all right. I always got up. Even though a few of them, they hurt like hell, but I still got up and acted like I wasn't hurt because I didn't want to give them the satisfaction of they got a cheap shot and got away with it.
Yeah.
I miss them days. I miss getting cheap shotted.
Hey, yo. I gotta send you this video because it's fucking funny. This is one way to stop a robbery. Sending it to you on Twitter.
Get naked.
Yes. Watch the video, you'll get it. It'll make sense.
You sent it on Twitter?
Yeah. You're like, I don't know if I want to. I might get in trouble.
Oh shit. I better turn this off for a second.
No, it's not. I don't know what the audio is, genuinely. I didn't listen to it, I just watched it.
If it'll play.
Yeah, our internet's being weird at the moment, I think. At least it's loading weird on my end. Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably a wind issue. I'm sending you more stuff, so cope. Sending you another 2 things after that. One of them's a video.
Well, I guess I technically wasn't wrong.
No, we didn't get to see it, but yes, it was Get Naked. Well, and then she waited and let him take a picture, and then he fucked off. It's like, yeah, all right, you know what? The titties are better than the $30 in the register. This is a gas station. I promise you, they got nothing in there.
I'd say you got the one gas station that has a very attractive person behind the counter.
Yeah, I love the Christmas sweaters those two are wearing.
These referees, man.
Oh yeah, he just straight up tackled Lamar. But everybody, Chase Young would have got to him anyways. It's like, dude, it's Lamar fucking Jackson. Pretending like he can't get away from that is ridiculous. I don't care.
He would at least went for the sideline.
And just been able to throw the ball. Well, he wouldn't have got back to where he needed to be, but he could have just thrown it away. That's the thing.
Well, that's so stupid.
Did you see the sweaters? The last thing I sent you? Yeah, it's just a picture.
Oh, it just showed up. I need to get this for my girlfriend.
There you go. I was like, I would definitely be the kid to show up to Christmas wearing those sweaters with my significant other. It'd be great. Too bad I don't have one of those. Apply below. No.
Yeah, well, that used to be true. It's not true anymore for me because I would be a father.
Maybe not. Maybe you don't got any swimmers down there.
Well, there's a possibility that. Well, I know I got swimmers, but there's possibilities, other reasons we won't be able to. But
are you sure you know? You ever gone checked?
I'm a wonder.
That doesn't mean anything.
Them bitches are hardy. I exist because I'm a wonder.
Right, but Maybe that's the thing. You know, you were blessed with life, but cursed with
Yeah.
the inability to give it.
Yeah. Well,
Possible. World's a fucking weird place, dude. It doesn't matter.
guess.
World's stupid.
Yes.
We live in a we
I
live
guess
in
there's
a
only one way to find
society.
out.
I don't like that. Don't look at me. I'm not part of this.
Oh. I don't know. The world's a strange place.
Oh god, wild. Is this not from? Oh, no, it's not. Like, what the fuck is going on here? WWE tonight for Monday Night Raw, because it's Christmas, didn't have a Monday Night Raw. Not even a pre-recorded one. They just did it as like a highlight show of the year.
Huh.
Which is kind of cool. Like, the wrestlers are going to be home with their families, but like, also, I don't know. I just keep seeing like clips and it's like, I swear, I've already seen this. What is going on? Why is it like exactly the same? Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They forgot to change the script.
They forgot to change the script.
So are the Raiders good or what?
No,
I don't know.
the Chiefs are just bad. Well, the Chiefs aren't bad. Here's the thing. The receivers are awful.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to pretend it's Taylor Swift's fault, and that's really not. But Travis, while he still might be the best tight end in football, he ain't Travis no more.
No.
Like, there's levels to this, okay? You can be the best tight end in football and still not be as good as you were a year ago. When you are arguably the greatest to ever do it at your position, that's how it works. Brady, the last year of his career, he might not have had it anymore. He was still better than 90% of quarterbacks in football. He just wasn't Brady anymore.
Well,
And
his brain alone makes him
right. Like,
lethal.
I would, honestly, I would bet money next year is Trav's last year in the NFL. Like, he's going to go into it with last year was a fluke. The team wasn't the best. Unlucky injury stuff, whatever. And he's going to play the year again, and he's going to really feel. He can still feel like he's great, but I see Trav as the type of guy to be like, I'm not me anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of Hall of Fame level dudes get to that point where it's like, I'm not me anymore. I'm done.
Right.
Because they don't want to be remembered as the hobbled up guy who's like, why are you still on my team?
Well, my thing is I wouldn't, if I don't feel like I'm a reliable source to throw a football to or to go to as a football player, that's when I start to think, well, it's time to,
Right. And like, yeah,
give
he's
it up.
still finding soft spots, but he can't make the big play anymore. And the Chiefs don't have anyone that can make the big play. So it's
Right.
like, I don't know. They're in a really tough spot.
Well, and it also doesn't help that, like, he's used to having a lot of talent around him, which
Yeah.
draws
And,
people
like,
away from him.
I
But
know.
right now they got dog shit receivers,
Right.
so
It doesn't even need to be a
Trevor
lot of
Kelsey-
talent. Just, you need
yeah, Trevor
Juju
Kelsey and
Smith-Schuster.
Tommy.
Like, give him back Juju, and they
Mhm.
probably win the Super Bowl because it's just a real target. They don't have
Mhm.
another real target, and that's tough. But I genuinely think there's a world where Travis retires before Jason.
Yeah.
Like, so Travis
Travis
Kelsey's
older than me.
34. Jason, I believe, is 38.
Oh, Jason's older?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, Jason's only
I didn't even know-
36. He is 2
Oh.
years older, though.
Oh.
But, I mean, other than he's randomly getting called for penalties now. Like, he had, like, multiple false starts today because he twitches his head, and apparently suddenly that's not allowed as long as you're Jason Kelsey. Watch every other center do it on every play, but Jason does it, and it's flag! It's like, bro, We don't have to bully the Eagles. Let's bully the Niners. Fuck those guys.
They bully themselves.
I love it. Micah Parsons took some shots at Brock Purdy. Down 21. And there are no shots or development throws. That should tell you all you need to know. Because they weren't taking shots down the field. It was still just the easy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that should tell you what you need to know about Brock Purdy. Cam Newton got hate for saying that Brock Purdy was a game manager. So Cam just posted earlier a bunch of eye emojis after how Brock Purdy was playing. It's like, yeah, dude. Well, see, what bugs me is why the fuck are we out here listening to the opinion? And I do, but like, why are we cool with listening to the opinion of Brett Coleman, who's never played football? But the minute Cam Newton, an MVP, speaks about the quarterback position, we're like, fucking loser, you don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, I mean, I'm sorry. I think most of you motherfuckers forgot who the fuck Cam Newton is. Cam was that guy. He's not that guy now. Maybe he hasn't accepted that, but that's a hard reality to accept, especially when it wasn't like you slowly faded out. It was an injury happened, and then you got forced out, and you never really felt like you got another chance to prove it. Like, that's tough. And I get why he would be so... It's not Brady, where Brady, stepped out on his own terms and, like, whatever. It's like, man, you went from one of the best to, like, nobody likes you anymore really quick.
Yeah,
and that's gotta be tough.
Pay attention to that.
Yeah. Josh and Cam share a lot of similarities, man. A lot.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, they win ball games when Josh Allen's reckless.
Yep. Oh, good. Internet broke. I don't know if it's mine or his, but internet broke. Looks like it's mine. So we're going to go ahead and keep rattling on until he gets back. I'm going to go ahead and message him and let him know that the internet broke. We're just gonna keep talking. I'm going to talk some shit on Vikings fans while we got a chance. Internet broke. Give it a second. But yeah, like, it's this thing with Vikings fans all over Twitter lately. Like, it's weird. I kind of almost want to wait for that. It is weird, the arguments I got into about Brock Purdy and the refs tonight, though. Football's a weird sport. I don't love it. All right. Now my internet's doing this Discord disconnecty thing, so we're going to go ahead and continue talking. But, yeah, we're going to sneeze. Fuck, I'm so sorry. Bless you, bless me, bless. Just bless. We're just blessing up. Jedi, hello. Welcome to the 38-minute mark. I hope you're enjoying work. I hope this is kind of freaking you out because you weren't ready to just be like main hand addressed, but I'm addressing you. I'm not undressing you. I'm addressing you. There is a slight difference there. A very slight. I could see how you'd go either way. But, yeah. No. Merry Christmas. I don't know. Got some cool stuff. Got AirPods. And a big wireless charger thing that I've been playing with this whole time. It'll charge 3 things at once. Which is sicko mode. Got chef's knife. Got a cup. Got a couple cookbooks. Got some stuff. I'm most excited about these AirPod Pros though, because my old AirPods were dead as shit, deader than the doornail. Deader than the doornail. Chug-a-lug. But, okay, internet, you can, like, reconnect now. I rebooted the router. You can come back on now. I'd preach. Apparently you're not gonna, though. Because even though it's back up, it's back down. and I won't back down. Oh, man. I'm going to text him and see if his is down too. Oh, no. No, wait. Was yours down too?
Give it. Is it working? Okay.
Yeah. Was yours down too? Your internet?
Mine was fine.
Well, fuck you,
Mine
you
was-
little hoe.
Mine was A-okay.
Well,
For
fuck
the
you,
time being.
you little hoe.
Yeah.
Hate that guy. For real, for real. Yeah. You were Josh Allen. You win when he plays reckless. Is where you died.
Oh, yes. So when Josh Allen plays reckless and is on fire, they win. But it's usually when they try to make, if he tries to conserve himself or play conservative and play, kind of smart, is when they seem to not, I don't know, do as well. It's almost like when he does the reckless stuff, it's like a momentum booster for the team because they are a very morale based team. So if they're not morally on the high horse, they get their ass kicked because they shoot themselves in the foot constantly.
Yeah. Man, that would be an interesting interview. There's footage of a woman who was born in 1835 being interviewed in 1929. That'd be a cool conversation. She was almost 100 years old, but like, because you witnessed like the Civil War.
Right.
Like Lincoln was a president while she was alive. Like, and then 1929, cars exist now. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. The idea of living that long sounds awful because it feels like it would just get really bad at the end. But also, I don't know. The amount of shit you'd get to see is so cool.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm one of the people, I'm down to live forever. Always have been. I've always been like accepting of death. Less so now.
Mm-hmm.
We've been over that. But it's like, I'd much rather live forever because there's so much cool shit.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody, what happens when the universe dies? I don't care how immortal you are. When the universe ceases to exist, so would you. That is how that would work.
Mhm. Right.
You cannot see, I think immortal, like, I'm not gonna get sick and die. I'm not gonna like truly get killed.
Right.
But like, you can still go. If I throw myself into the sun, nothing's protecting you from that.
Yeah. No.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
You could just live as long as you want, basically.
Yeah, like I'm here for that because I'd live to see a bunch of cool shit. You
Once
get
you
so
get-
lonely. I'm already lonely, dog. Nothing would change.
Imagine the intelligence you would have just by living.
That'd be
that
so
long.
sick.
The amount of knowledge you would have, just because you would literally be along with the innovations.
You know, I don't know how to feel about this. When did the video camera come about, though?
Video camera.
Yeah. Like 1918.
I was gonna say like 1921 or something like that.
Yeah. So
Because
yeah.
my so when my great uncle was born.
I see this video that claims it's from 1905, and I don't believe it. I don't think that's real. And according to Google, the camera was invented around not the camera, but the video camera. Oh, no, the very first video was Roundhay Garden Scene is a short silent motion picture filmed by French inventor Louis Le Prince, in October of 1888. So it is possible that this footage is real. So, okay. See how easy that was, by the way, people? You see something on Twitter, quick Google, you know what you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't mean this is real, but you can give it a real shot to know things. Like,
Right.
I'm not going to do a deep dive into whether this footage actually is exactly what people say. Looks like it could be. Is it exactly from 1905? I don't know. Could it be? Yeah. That's like how simple that can be. Because you can really easily Google stuff and be like, oh, that's literally not possible. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
It's okay to create your own checks and balances.
Right? Like, dude, I don't know. If I'm alive in nearly 100 years, you know, I wanna do an interview talking about what life was like now, the birth of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be sick. It'd be way cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be probably talking about World War VI and
God, no. I love it. Everybody's like hyping Cam Newton up now because he said Brock Purdy, Tua, Jared Goff, and Dak Prescott. He said Brock Purdy, Tua, Jared Goff, and really Dak Prescott. These are game managers. And he's not entirely wrong. Dak's the only one where I really get, like, I don't know. The other three, game managers. And then people trying to go like, look at Dak's numbers compared to Cam's. It's like, he's like going win-loss record is something people are showing. It's like, well, that's a team accomplishment.
yeah, no shit.
You know.
I was about to say, look at the Bills.
Yeah, Cam
last
did
week.
throw more interceptions in a bunch more games. Same amount of touchdowns in a bunch more games, though. But I think we're also forgetting about something in that 194 touchdowns. Where's the 85 rushing touchdowns? Those matter. You can add in Dak's 6. It's okay. He can have those. Like,
Yeah.
Cam Newton's, like, now it's probably Lamar, but he was the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time. Like, put some respect on my man's name.
I got a kick out of Josh Allen's interview last week where he's like, yeah, you know, I kind of feel like that kid that got assigned to a partner on a science fair project but didn't do anything but still got an A.
Fair.
Because, you know, here you go, James. Do your thing. I'll throw the ball 19 times total.
Oh, man. All the Cowboys fans bringing up 2021 Cam Newton when he went back to the Panthers when they had no players. And like, oh, this is the guy you want to talk about? It's like, bro, that's the lamest argument. I hate you. This isn't real. So we're going to pretend Peyton Manning wasn't good because of how bad he was in 2015 when he was 40?
Right.
Like, that's not how this works. At all.
Well, you know, Aaron Rodgers is bad because he got hurt on the first play. But that means he's bad.
Dude. But yeah, did you see anything else from... Oh my God. The Vikings game, all the injuries that happened this week. Hawkinson's down, Addison's down, DJ Wanham's down, Byron Murphy's down, Mekhi Blackman got hurt, Caleb Evans got hurt, Harrison Phillips got hurt, Alexander Madison got hurt again. It's like, bro, what is happening? Stop.
Yeah, you would think they're all on my fantasy team or something.
Nick Mullins throwing for 400 yards, but also 4 interceptions. Really, the duality of man there. Here's the scene from TCO Performance Center tomorrow. Awkward silence. Nick Mullins. Well, you did say play like Brock Purdy. Kevin O'Connell just flips the fucking table. So funny. You did say play like Brock Purdy. I also still love this. Brock Purdy has lost one game in his career against an NFC team, and it was the Vikings. Also, if I see one more motherfucker after today's Raiders game, no fan base has it harder than Chiefs fans, I'm going to commit atrocities. If a Chiefs fan was a Vikings fan for even one game, they'd need therapy. Fucking losers.
That's true.
I love this. I see your Vikings and raise you the Jets. Technically, the Jets have a ring, so no.
I was about to say, I'll see the Vikings and raise you the Bills.
Doesn't work. We're technically just as flawed, but we've had more heartbreak.
True.
Losing to the Chiefs in Arrowhead isn't heartbreak. Losing at home when you're the greatest offense of all time because your kicker who hasn't missed in 3 years misses. That's heartbreak. Or seasons like this where you're undoubtedly the best team in football at this point, but you're so injured that you can't even trot out a real team anymore. Dude, do you know the number of starters we don't have? So QB1, RB1, wide receiver 2, tight end 1, right tackle 1, left defensive end, our defensive tackle, our starting outside linebacker, our 2 starting corners. 10 of our 21 starters are not playing. Do you know how fucking ridiculous that is?
Well, the Bills were at 7 last year.
Yeah, but none of them were Josh Allen, so it stops mattering. I wouldn't make these excuses for the Vikings if we still had 8.
7 of them were all on the defense, though. Our entire defense was dead last year.
Except that's not true.
Well, not like in the very end, but for like half the season.
Whoop-dee! Justin Jefferson missed half the season, so if we want to say that, the 2 best players on the team didn't play half the year. Or more.
I'm just saying I can understand.
No, see, but the thing is, if the Bills didn't have Allen and Diggs, they wouldn't have even sniffed the playoffs.
That's true.
The Vikings are like pretending to be there. That's how good the fucking team is, and that's why it hurts me. Is we were without our 2 best players for 8 weeks, and we're still fighting for a playoff spot, even now. And like I told you last night, Vikings started 1-4 and went 5-0 after that. They just went 1-4. 5-0 in a Super Bowl run, baby! Jaron Hall to the promised land. I am delusional.
You are.
But also, it's the fucking Vikings, so maybe, I don't know, this team is stupid. What was the chaotic fucking what was the thing I bookmarked? Hold on. That inexplicable, chaotic, I can't believe this is working type energy. Ah, yes. Kevin O'Connell, the superconductor. The Vikings are full of triumphant disarray. Jaron Hall coming in and leading us to an NFC Championship game would absolutely be the definition of triumphant disarray. We're going to do it, winning every game by 1 score on a comeback drive every time. We're going to watch... Ooh, we're going to watch Greg Joseph pull a reverse Chicago Bears. Remember the double doink that missed? We're going to get a triple doink that goes in. Left upright, right upright, off the crossbar and in. And that'll send us to the Super Bowl.
I can't remember what game I was watching, but the craziest one I've seen is where it went through, hit the so the upright has the pole. It actually hit the pole and bounced back out.
Yeah, that's.
And they called it no good.
That's
and then
not how that works.
It. Well, they had to review it, and then they called it good because it went through the uprights, hit the middle. But they're standing there. They look, and all they see is the ball come this way. So they thought it was no good. They thought it was off the front of the upright. And then everybody was freaking out, like, no, that went through. So then they reviewed it. They were like, holy shit. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know how a ball that is going this way hits and goes back that way on a pole. I mean, you can't be any more dead center than that, but
Also, I just want to say to the Vikings fans who are weirdos, yeah, those 2 bad penalties are bad. Stop yelling at the Lions about the refs bailing them out and a script being what won them this game. Nick Mullins won them this game. He gave them the ball 6 times. Like, that's on us. I'm sorry. I can talk about the bad calls all day. I hate the refs more than maybe anyone on earth. And I hate them in every game. I was getting into fights over the refs in tonight's game because I hate them. They get paid way too much money to be so fucking bad at their jobs. Like, if an NFL player was as bad as these refs are, he wouldn't be on a team. Why do they get to keep their jobs? That's not cool. And then the NFL players talk about the refs and get fined $1 billion because you make the league look bad. No, what makes the league look bad is the refs being so shitty. Like, by definition, that's what makes the league look so bad. But a referee has never been responsible for a team losing a game. Not one time. Yeah, bad play. Guess what? If you had not fucked something else up earlier, you wouldn't have been in that position anyways. Like, that's how that works. Yeah.
Right. Well, they can be game changers, but should it be that it doesn't matter in the first place? Yeah.
Are we gonna pretend that? Are we gonna really pretend that the real reason the Vikings lost yesterday was a roughing the passer and a pass interference call? No. It's not even close. It's not top 8 on the list. Nick Mullins is 7 of the top 8.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, I want to say where the fuck was our defense, but without Byron Murphy and a Caleb and Mackay, like, I'm sorry, we didn't have the corners to do nothing. When you got safeties playing corner, it's a wrap, dog. Like, whatever. You can't even really blame them. It's like, whatever. Cool. But, yeah, I don't know. Football's dumb and I hate it. Yeah. Oh, God. But, I don't know. What else we got?
I didn't.
You got anything else you want to yell about?
Not really. It's been a pretty uneventful Christmas, really.
I kind of just want to go to bed. Not gonna lie to you.
Not far behind you.
Yeah. Like, part of me is like, oh yeah, you gotta edit a video. It's like, I'll just put the video out a little late tomorrow. I don't care. I'm going to bed. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I'm fucking tired. I do know why. There have been 1 billion people here all day. Yeah. I've had to, like, turn on my social clock, and you know me when that's on. And it's like, at the convention, I stayed up late, and it didn't matter. We weren't actually talking to people the whole time. Like, yeah, we're out in public, but it's just me and you. This, I'm, like, interacting with people. That's different, and it mentally drains me.
Yeah.
I can interact with you all day.
Yeah.
Well, until you piss me off, and then I'll go eat something. Then you go eat something.
Yeah.
We'll come back. You motherfucker! No.
Yeah.
Fucking sick of you. God damn it.
Canoe.
Stupid douche canoe. Weather alert in effect. What are we alerted? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The winter storm warning with the greatest label of all time. You're expected to get less than an inch, but also expect 6 inches. It's like, well, what the fuck is it, dog?
I know. I see that. I'm like, yeah, it's like, expect less than an inch's snow, and then it's, well,
expect less than an inch, but be prepared for 6 inches. It's like, what?
What do we pay you for?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get somewhere between 0 and 500 feet of snow.
Yep. There you go.
It's like, all right.
Welcome to people who literally get paid to make an educated guess.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. you sent me the thing. And then I've seen a bunch of stuff on it since then, dude. We've maybe figured out fusion, like nuclear fusion.
Yeah, I mentioned that last time, I think, didn't I?
No.
Oh, I just sent it to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I responded with like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
And then I've watched a bunch of stuff on it because like,
yeah.
So this isn't the first time they've achieved this.
No, this is like the second or third time now.
So they achieved fusion ignition for the first time in 2021, I want to say, and then did it again last year. No, did it again in August?
Something like that, yeah.
So in the world of science, doing something one time is cool, but it doesn't matter. Because you have to be able to replicate it. A second time is also cool, but it's like, okay, do we actually have a process? Being able to do something a third time is kind of like, okay, we know what we're doing now. We have achieved nuclear fusion ignition 3 times. We now have the Doc Ock ability to create the power of the sun in the palm of our hand. Now, not to that degree, obviously. Basically, here's the dumbed down version, because I'm not going to get too technical about this. We'll be here all night. Basically, they fire a bunch of high-powered lasers at each other, and instead of what most things do, like in a particle accelerator, where they... Oh my god, my camera's all laggy, I hate it. But where they, like, atoms smash into each other and split apart, fusion, they smash into each other, stick together. Therefore, you're like, you shoot hydrogen, it turns into helium, like our sun does. And it produces more power. So basically, you're putting in power, but you're getting out more power. And it's like the cleanest form of energy, because nothing, you don't have to burn anything, you don't have to create anything, you're just smashing shit together, which is sick. It's safer, it's cleaner, and
the whole point is to get more out of than what you put into.
Yeah. And it's always been theoretical. No one ever was sure it was possible, which has always confused me because we know it's possible. The sun exists. Like, how do we create it? I don't know. But, like, it's possible. It has to be because it's happening. But, like, how?
The hardest part is being able to control it.
To a point, and
to being able to control it and then be able to use that energy to power something else.
Right. Now, let's be real.
For anybody that's confused... That's nuclear fusion.
We currently have nuclear fission. Like a nuclear power plant relies on fission, which is breaking shit apart.
So that's the difference between fusion and fission. Fission is extremely efficient. It's still good, like efficient. That's why nuclear power plants.
Fission's great, and nuclear power is great. Like for what we have now, it's great. It really is. Yeah, there are. The likelihood, I used to be one of those people, but the likelihood of a Chernobyl or the Fukushima one are so low if in modern nuclear plants. Old ones can still have the same problems. A lot of things are different now than they were then when those plants were built. So it is different. Like I wouldn't be afraid to live near a nuclear power plant. I really wouldn't. But the thing is,
that's good because we're having one built in Wyoming. So.
I know. The thing with fusion is once we've achieved it, which it seems like we have, we're still a couple decades away from it being like able to be widely accepted, and then probably another decade away from after that from it being like the thing. So we're looking at minimum 40 years probably. Before, like, fusion is what powers everything. But that is how we achieve, like, that utopia, that we don't need fossil fuels anymore, and you wouldn't. Like, I'm sorry, at that point, there's no point in oil or gas or any of it. Well, electricity would be so cheap and infinite.
Exactly. The only reason why fossil fuels are so, needed today is because it's the cheapest form of energy.
Right.
But the problem is it's not renewable.
No. Well, so it is. The Earth will slowly create more coal, but or more oil or whatever. We use it at a faster rate than Earth could ever reproduce it. It is a finite resource. There might be a lot of it. It's one of those things. Just because there's a lot of something doesn't mean it's not finite. It will run out.
Mhm.
And that is just how it works. So it is best if we can figure this out. And if fusion is here, like if that can be the answer, sick, we're done. Don't care. It's
I was
over.
gonna say,
GG.
well, I mean, think about it this way: wouldn't it be awesome to jump in your car and never have to worry about running out of fuel?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't even have to charge it, probably,
No,
because it can just
you would
run
just
with a
hop in
fusion
your car,
reactor. Like
go.
everything is so like fusion can also then lead to advancements in space travel. Like fusion is like the key, and we have now at least started to solve the key.
Right.
The key is also the puzzle. It's science is weird.
It's more like a key that's been broke up into a million pieces.
Yeah, right. And we're
you're
gluing it together.
gluing it back together so you can open the lock.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know. We finally, it seems like, have all the pieces. Now we're just putting them together, which is cool.
Might be a lot of very fine pieces, but
yeah, like but I'm so excited. Like that's the coolest thing.
yeah, because you know the whole problem about space travel is we
Fuel.
don't have enough fuel to get us places.
Yeah, because to
You
get
know?
off Earth is so difficult. Like to leave orbit is insane.
Yeah,
Like I do still hate all the psychos. What do you mean we lost the technology to go to the moon? Well, when we're not making it anymore, this isn't just like off the shelf parts. Those factories have changed. It's not that we've lost the ability. It's that truly we don't just have the tech laying around. We have to open up factories and like rebuild everything. Like
well, and think about it this way: things are a lot more expensive now than they were.
That's true.
You know.
Well, and we don't have the government funding for a space travel mission like that we did then. Challenger kind of ended that.
Well, something that cost $10 billion in the 80s and now costs,
a couple trillion.
120 billion, I think, is something like that.
Yeah.
To even think about going to space. I mean, that's not practical. It's not practical to go to space.
No. And it should be, but it's not, and like whatever. We can just take 2% of the military's budget and go to space. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But
well, technically Trump tried. He was big on the whole space military.
Yeah, that still exists. We still have Space Force.
So technically that brought more
That's so dumb. Not really. Because it's still technically just a branch of, I believe, the Air Force. So it really didn't do it. Nothing changed.
Funded.
Except they don't actually have missions. That's NASA, which is a whole different thing. And I don't know. Elon's paying for half of it right now.
True.
God damn it. Why am I seeing this video again? The stupid bitch who ground up her pasta, like took her dry noodles, ground it up, and then added egg yolk to make pasta. It's like, you already had perfectly good pasta. This is not homemade pasta. That is not how that works. That's just extra steps. And it's so shitty. The noodles are like as thick as egg noodles, but it's like shitty and granular because it's just ground up fucking spaghetti.
Yeah, it's like you used cream of wheat to make noodles.
Oh, fuck. It hurts my soul every time I watch this goddamn loser do this. Take away her kitchen.
My girlfriend about threw my phone away.
Take away her kitchen. And then you got me today. I was fucking what did I make today? I made stuffing. And it's like my job to season everything because Rena can't taste ever since she had COVID. So it's fun because I got to take credit. She does all the work, but I'm the one seasoning it, so I'm the reason it tastes good. It's like I get to take all credit. I did the least stuff. I get all the credit for how good it is. Let's go. It's my favorite thing. Doing nothing and receiving all the credit. I'm Brock Purdy. At least after tonight's game, we know he's not winning MVP, so that's good.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't win MVP off 4 interception performance where you get benched. That's not good. Ugh. Also, Cam Newton will forever have the best play in NFL history. And it's not even a cool play. It's just Clay Matthews pretending he knew what Cam was about to do, and Cam just pointing at him and going, "Oh, you've been watching film, huh? Yeah? Watch this." And, and then just beating him on the exact play he thought he was reading out. My favorite thing about them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never get that from Josh Allen. I don't know why. Josh just sits. Dude, it doesn't feel like he trash talks.
He really doesn't. No.
But he also weirdly like stomps on people when he gets mad. He doesn't trash talk. He just assaults you. It's fine.
I mean, it gets them to retaliate, and then they get flagged. So,
so I'm gonna send you another video on Twitter, the play where T.J. Hawkinson gets hurt, because me and you need to talk about this because I don't think enough people have played football. Because I think Kirby Joseph, that's a fucked up hit, diving directly into the knees. It wasn't a bang bang play. It wasn't like he was already falling. He elected to hit him like that.
right.
Like, this wasn't close. This wasn't oh, well, maybe. Like, he dove for the knee. And I'm calling it a dirty play. And you're taught to go low on bigger players. So you're not allowed to hit high. You're not allowed to hit low. It's like, well, you're not allowed to hit the head, and you probably shouldn't hit the knees. I'm sorry. I can think of a lot of other body parts that you can hit.
Right.
And I'm sorry, how are you taught to tackle? Because it's not dive at the knees.
Well,
it's never been dive at the knees.
I tackled like that, but I also wrapped up. I didn't just dive into the knees. It was, I went low, and I wrapped up around the legs, because that's the best way to stop somebody from running, is to wrap up their feet.
Sure.
And I'm a very small person compared to most people.
Sure.
So, but I didn't just run and just dive helmet first into somebody's knees. I ran. A lot of times I hit him in the hip and then slid down onto the legs, because that's the most surefire way to get both legs. Otherwise, if I didn't make it there, I'd end up with only just one leg and being drug, and then trying to grab the other leg, I don't know. It's legal, but it's also dirty. Like, it's a legal hit, but I wouldn't make a tackle like that, especially since he's still technically almost got his head turned away from me and he's just turning. To me, that's more of a vulnerable player.
Right.
I don't know. It's
especially
touchy.
So I don't know. This is the game where a tackle from Kirby Joseph injured Jordan Addison, injured T.J. Hawkinson, and he threw his head into Justin Jefferson. The Justin Jefferson one you can see on my profile. I shared it multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That one.
You can't tell me that wasn't helmet to helmet. I know somebody tried, but he's a fucking idiot.
No.
Like, dude, at some point, it's not just the injury, because injuries do happen, and I've argued against that a bunch. When you cause 3 injuries on 3 plays where all of it was avoidable, it makes me begin to think maybe you're just a piece of shit. So,
yeah. I injured somebody in my high school career on a kickoff where I hit them low. But it was also partially their fault, because I already had him dead to rights. There was nowhere he was going to go to get away from me, and he planted to try and juke right at the last second, and I hit him mid-thigh when I wrapped him up, and it just folded his knee backwards. So, I mean, it wasn't a dirty hit, although the rest of his team tried to hurt me the rest of the game because they acted like I was a dirty player or something. Like, no, he planted at the worst possible time, where my momentum is coming into him and he's turning into me and planting his leg. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Legs cannot handle that much, energy.
Right. Ugh. Okay, last thing, Vikings fans are pissing me off. I see one more motherfucker. So I know I talked about us like playing Jaren Hall early, like when the season was bad, and just like see if he's good. If he's bad, we lose. We get Caleb Williams. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I see one more fucking Vikings fan rooting for us to lose at home to the Packers. I'm gonna lose it. Well, we need a better draft pick to get a quarterback. I'm sorry, getting pick 13 instead of 15 isn't landing us a quarterback. It's not.
Right.
That's not. We're going to have to move up either way. I'd rather not let the Packers beat us and make the playoffs. How about we beat them and say they don't get to go to the playoffs? How about that?
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Because what the fuck? I'm sorry. I just think, like, if I'm Justin Jefferson, why do I want to stay on the team where the fans are rooting for me to lose to my biggest rival? All in the hopes of getting a slightly better draft pick in the mid-teens.
Right.
Well, we don't want to make the playoffs. Think of how much that'll ruin our draft pick. It's like, well, if we make the playoffs, that means Jaren Hall played really well, and maybe we don't need a quarterback. And then at pick 20, whatever, we're drafting edge rusher to go alongside Danielle Hunter because DJ Wanham's gone after this year. Or maybe we get to draft a corner or a linebacker to go next to Ivan Pace, or like another receiver because KJ Osborne's gone. I don't know. I feel like these are options. Fuck it, a running back. I don't know. Ours are weird.
Right.
It's like, bro, I never rooted for us to lose. I rooted for us to see what Jaren Hall was. And then it's like, fuck it. If we lose out, cool, we get Caleb Williams. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and say I want the Packers to beat us. I have predicted the Vikings to win every game this year. And guess what? I'm gonna for the last 2 games. Why? Because I'm a fucking homer, and that's what you're supposed to do. Don't be betting against your team. Don't be Jake Talk Sports picking the Panthers to beat the Packers just to prove a point. Yeah, Jake, I called you out to an hour and 15 minutes into my podcast. Nobody made it this far, but that's okay. All right, I don't know. That's all I got. Now you got anything? I ranted. Did that bring you anything? Nope. Bring you any joy? No joy?
Nope. Not even a little bit.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we got. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.